An important part of writing your HTML is indentation. Indentation within your code is important for us as developers, but the computer really doesn't care about the indentation. So it's us to help us see our code and read it a little bit more easily. So if we look in this chunk right here specifically, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. So we can use indentation as a way to help us understand our HTML document. So if we look at the meta element, you can see that it's actually inside of the head, and Sublime Text is showing me right here when I click on head that head ends after these other things. So since the meta element is inside of the head, that means I should indent it. And that's just reminding me that the meta element is inside the head, so it's a little bit easier to see. And the same thing with title. That should be indented because it's inside of the head element. Now, if we look down here, you can see we have the body element, and the body has two things inside it. It has the H1 and the paragraph. So again, since they're inside of something else, they should be indented like this. And looking at these now, because they have this space here beside it, because they're indented with a tab, it's obvious to us that they're inside of another element. Now furthermore, if you remember that we have this HTML element that wraps around everything, that means that the whole head should be indented like that. And it also means that the whole body should also be indented like that. So all of this stuff needs to be indented so that it's obvious that our head is inside of the HTML. It's obvious that meta is inside of something. It's obvious that H1 is inside of something. So this indentation is extremely helpful for us to understand our website. Again, it has absolutely no impact on how the browser renders our website. It just impacts our visibility of our website, or our understanding of it. Now, personally for me, the indenting of the head and body I find unnecessary because I know that they're inside there. So I personally like to keep these two indented back a little bit. So I indent inside the body and I indent inside of the head. But that's all. Now, as we continue on through later videos, you'll see much more indentation going on, and it'll explain it a little bit more and it'll become more obvious.